Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm Jahan and I am now going to show you the nighttime look that I have done to this makeup. So if you haven't watched the previous video, I just did a super quick 5-minute makeup look on how I do my makeup if I know I'm going out in the evening but just want some coverage. So usually if I'm at work and there are work drinks, or I'm meeting a friend and then we decide to go out later or something, how I redo my face without taking everything off and just retouching what we've already done. So I have foundation on, blush and lip balm, so that's all I really go out with when I know I'm going out in the evening, because I really hate having to take all my makeup off. I actually really don't like wearing makeup twice during the day. I like to do it once so it's fresh, but those times when you do have to retouch it up, you have those times. So what I'm going to do start with is my base. Because I wear a cream blush during the day, when it comes to doing it in the evening, it's not so hard to cover up. So what I do is I'll just pat it in a bit more, or just rub it into my skin a bit more, and I'll apply another foundation which is slightly thicker, which is the Rare Beauty one. So if you want to do full coverage, that's up to you, but I prefer to still keep my base quite light even if I'm going out in the evening. And I will use the Rare Beauty foundation. So this is the colour 40N. I take about a fingertip full of that foundation, and then I'm just going to put that across my whole face as a sort of makeup touch-up, and then use a makeup brush just to put that across my face to make sure that's blended. And this is how I would do my makeup in the evening, and I would just go over my blush. And because I've worn such a light creamy blush beforehand, it just kind of blends back in, so then I could start off with a new blank canvas, and that's my preference. So if I know I'm going out in the evening, I'm definitely not wearing powder products during the day, because I think it just makes my job way too hard to retouch my face without having to actually take everything off or use makeup wipes. And if I can avoid using makeup wipes, I will, because they just harbour so much, not only are they bad for the environment, but they also harbour so much bacteria in the wipes once you've opened them, so I would rather not. So the next thing I'm going to do is add bronzer to my look. So bronzer wise, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. And this makeup look is more for like autumn, winter, because I think even in the summer when I'm doing these kind of looks, I could probably choose lighter colours. So I'm going to do something a bit more vampy, and just take that bronzer and just use it to sort of sculpt my face, but not in a contouring kind of way. So I like to use a big fluffy brush, even though it's a cream product, just to make sure it's seamless. Do it all around that kind of that typical 3 position, just to give my face a bit more shape. There you go. So still quite a light layer of bronzer, and then I'm going to go in with my brows. So before I go on, I would like to redo my brows again, so just to make them a bit, not heavier as such, but just give it a bit more shape, because in the evening you're more likely to take photos of yourself, so I don't want my brows disappearing on camera. So I'm going to just redo my brows and just put a bit more gel in. Here's the Boy Brow Gel in brown. That's kind of darkened them up a bit. I actually think I need to dye my brows again actually, but that has darkened them up a bit and they look much better. The next stage for me actually is to do eyes, because if I do blush before eyes, I may start looking like a clown, and I'd like my eyes to be more of a feature. I'm just going to bring it in a little bit more just so I can do my eyes. You can see what I am doing. And I'm going to start off with a base colour. I haven't put an eyeshadow base on because I didn't bring one with me, and I don't usually use one anyway. For somebody who's quite oily skinned, my eyelids aren't too bad, and sometimes that can be like your eye makeup just goes off, but actually mine's okay. But I'm going to start off with a bronzer on the base, and I'm going to use a powder bronzer. This is the Fenty Beauty one in Caramel Cutie. So I'm just going to put that across my eyelids just to create some shape on my eyes first, and then I'm going to go in with some kind of more so kind of metallic colours. So I'm just putting that all the way across my eye, right down to my eyelid. I'm just placing the colour first and then I'm going to blend. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush. There is my fluffy brush. A fluffy eye brush, and then just blend that out just to make sure it's seamless. So it doesn't really make a massive difference, but it's just a nice base to continue with. But I didn't put foundation across my eyelids. And then get on the other side. So that's what we're working with now. That's my clear base. And then I'm actually going to put a sparkly shadow on the base of it. I'm going to do a bronzy, goldy look on my face anyway. So I'm going to start off with this rose gold. I haven't used this before, so this is going to be a bit of a first impression too. Just put that on my eyelid. It might be a bit pink for what I was actually looking for, but we'll give it a go. And I'm actually going to use my finger because I think these ones are probably better with my finger when I look at my brushes. It's super metallic though. It's very pretty. I wonder how long this would wear or how it's going to wear, whether it would crease. So there it is in comparison to my other eye. It's quite a nice colour, and I think other shadows will stick to that as well, because I'm going to go in with my Pat McGrath palette, do my other eye. It feels nice. And it's, let me think, and the glitter's not too chunky, which is good. I think that's quite a nice base of colour. This rose gold colour, it's slightly pinky. Definitely see the bronze underneath it. But yeah, that's the eyeshadow. And then I'm going to go in with my Pat McGrath palette. And because it's autumn, I'm going to go in with this kind of colour shift colour here, which is Corruption, this one here. And I'm gonna, oh look, that colour looks completely different on camera. It's like green, this one, it's really beautiful. But I'm gonna go in with this one here, and it's got a pink and orange shift. I'm gonna take a flat shaded brush and kind of pack that onto my eye. And what I'm hoping is that the metallic base will also help this stick. But to be honest, Pat McGrath shadows, they do stick pretty well. And what I'm doing, I'm just putting that mostly across my mobile lid, but not going too high, so I've got somewhere to blend and it doesn't go too crazy when I'm blending it out. To be honest, you could just use one colour. You don't have to do the double layered if you want to. If you just wanted to take an eyeshadow out with you just to top up what you've already got, that's not going to be, I think you'll still get a really pretty look. And now you can see why I don't wear eyeshadow during the day if I know I'm going out in the evening, because I think it's harder, it's not like the blush, it's harder to create that kind of look when you've already got shadow, a new look when you've already got shadow on your eyes. And there's eyeshadow there. I feel like it still needs some shape though. It needs something else. I'm going to go in with this even deeper colour here that I said has that green shift on, which is the colour Illicit, and put that a bit on the corner of my eyes. Okay, that's really quite dark, that one. So let's see how that one looks. I'm actually going to put this towards the line of my eye and in the corner. So I'm putting it around the lash line and a little bit in the corner. Same on the other side. Lash line and corner. And I actually think that gives it a little bit more of an evening look. I could have stopped one step before that, but I just wanted something a bit smokier. I think that works quite well. That's a pretty look. And I'm just going to take a little bit, whatever's left on my brush, and just run that underneath my bottom eyelash, which isn't actually a lot. So you can see now why I did my eyes before my blush, because I wasn't sure how that's going to balance out. And actually now I've done my eyes, if I put something too pinky on, it's going to look very strange. So what I'm going to do is choose more of a neutral blush, and I'm actually going to use my bronzer as a bit more of a blush. So I'm going to use this Caramel Cutie by Fenty Beauty, which is this one here. And I'm going to put a bit more than I would usually put on if I were just blushing, bronzing on my blush, and then use that more in a blush positioning. So more so on my cheeks. So it looks a bit stark at the moment, but what I'm going to do is take my big fluffy brush and just really kind of blend it out. Oops. Put my hair away. Really bluff it out. Just to kind of rebalance my face, because I'd also like, I know there's that rule about no strong eyes and lips and all that kind of stuff, but I want to use something a bit deeper and vampy on my lips, but also playing to the natural tones of my face. So it's probably something more of a brown colour, but if you can see what I mean, like how I've used the blush more, used the bronze more in a blush placement, it kind of gives my face shape without being too heavy on my eyes and on my cheeks. So now I'm going to use a lip colour combo, which is a bit of a brown one, going on the whole brown 90s lip trend, which I absolutely love. It just reminds me of like Gabrielle and TLC and Shola Ama and all those like kind of all those different artists in the 90s that used to do this lip trend. But I'm not going to line my lips with brown, but I'm going to use like a brown colour lip gloss, and I'm going to use a butter gloss in Praline, which is this one here by NYX or NYX, or however you prefer to say it. I'm going to put this on. I forgot how nice they smell. They say they smell so synthetic, but it's like that fake, really sweet smell. A little bit too neutral for me, I don't know. It looks a bit too much like foundation on my lips, and I'm not into that 90s trend. So let me try this colour. This is Divine Wine by Maybelline. It's a matte colour. Let me try something a bit vampier. Mascara I would use is my Clinique High Impact Mascara. Let's put that on super quick. And again, I just put it more towards, I've got quite big naturally curly eyelashes anyway, so I just put a little bit on the ends. I don't go too wild, otherwise it just doesn't suit my face to have massive lashes. And there, I'm done. I actually think that's alright actually. So what I put is more of a deep berry colour on my lips, and that is literally it, how I would transition from day to night when I'm in the office. So adding eyeshadow, using a tonal cheek, and adding on a bright lip, and then I think I'm ready to go and have drinks with my colleagues at work. Let me know your thoughts on this look. I really like it actually. I think it looks really pretty and it really complements my skin tone. So let me know your day to night routine below, any key products that you always use. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what your key products are that you always take when you're going from day to night, and I will see you in the next video. Take care guys, see you soon.